Today I have something different prepared for you guys. We're gonna try and beat sandbox mode. Now you guys might be wondering, how on earth do you beat sandbox mode? Well, first off, let me give you a little bit of a backstory. This video is inspired by 2D. In one of his videos he created something called the sandbox mode challenge, in which he's basically playing with the sandbox amount of lives and the sandbox amount of cash, but all of his balloons are at 100 times HP and all the towers are super expensive. Now what I came up with for this one is to actually send in a bunch of balloons one by one and try and use the money that we gained from the previous set of balloons to beat the next one. So we're going to increase the balloon count to 300. I'm going to turn on all of these modifiers, and then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be sending 300 red balloons, and then 300 blue balloons, 300 greens, and so on until we eventually get to 300 fortified bad balloons. Let me just switch the health to 300 because, I don't know, it's just 300 balloons. There's nothing behind this number. Let me just switch the cash to 650 because that's the amount of money you get on chimps mode, and we're playing without monkey knowledge. So how are we starting this? Well, it's going to be, the first round is going to be like 300 camo regal red balloons, which is the meme balloons. So these guys aren't going to do anything. It's just 1 damage, but I think it's going to be, well, it's going to be $150, so we have extra, because keep in mind there's no extra income when we finish a round, because there are no rounds in this one. It's just going to be, well, we're playing on round 1 now. I should probably do this because this guy does not have pierce. So usually when you're playing with monkey knowledge, this guy has like +1 pierce from the monkey knowledge thingy. He's still leaking, I think. Yeah, let me get this one as well. So some of them are making it onto the bottom. Do I micro this? Like they're going to last once and then go back on first? Going to last again? Just to kind of just stretch them out a little bit more. Gonna last for 1 attack and go back on first. Oh yeah, that might not have been the best idea, I don't think. So as I mentioned with these rounds, here's the thing that's happening. When you get to these later rounds, when we start sending in, you know, these ceramics and these MOAB class balloons, see, they're gonna release 4 ceramics, and these ceramics are gonna make us a lot of money. And that's not the way that you balance BTD6 is by, and the way that the game has been balanced, like the ordinary rounds, is that the cash per pop has been getting reduced, and that's something that I'm gonna keep in mind for this one. So when we get to these ceramics, I'm actually gonna switch it around to 81 right here in the top right corner, because that's gonna reduce the cash per pop, and that's gonna make this whole thing defeating these super difficult balloons a lot more fair. But looking at these guys, I mean, is this the only choice I have? I feel like it is, right? Is this even gonna be enough actually? I know, because it does 1 damage, but I'm not sure how fast it attacks. So look at these guys. Look at these red balloons, for example. Yeah, they got damaged, but nothing happened out of it. I mean, look, we're going to defend this one for sure, but I'm not sure if this basically can deal with the green balloons, because I think this ball can only bounce once. And if it's only 1 bounce, then versus these green balloons, I feel like it might not have enough damage. That's just going to regrow back. Even if we leave them to red balloons, unless they get instantly popped, they're just going to regrow back. So let's see how we do versus this one. Oh yeah, we're going to have to buy something. Like, unless the Juggernaut ball gets stuck in like one of these logs, but it only bounces once, I think, so it's just never gonna pop them. So I was thinking of, you know what, I was thinking of getting an ice tower, because what we need in this case is we need these towers. They're very cheap, but they have high pierce. But I think that, and I'm actually not sure if this guy can, let me get the enhanced freeze, by the way. Let's just get the attack speed on this guy. I'm not sure if the Spike-Up-Bolt can pop frozen balloons. I don't know. I think you have to upgrade for the Ultra Juggernaut in order for this guy to be able to pop frozen balloons. I mean, we're kind of defending, honestly. And like, listen, I'm not that concerned about the lives. I think we're just going to have to look at lives on an individual level, because even if you lose all of the lives, they're going to automatically reset. And, you know, we're going to be able to tell if we beat the round or not. Okay, let's just put it like that. You know what I'm thinking? Was there a different way to start this game? Because this guy's probably not going to be as effective versus these yellow balloons. They're just way too fast for him. Oh, I actually think he popped a little bit of these. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So he's actually popping frozen balloons. That's good to know. But I don't think that this is going to be enough. So we have to do something else. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to actually keep track of the amount of money that we had before starting this, so that we don't cheat. So you know what, we have lost this one, so I'm gonna be back in a second with the amount of money that we had starting this one, and we're gonna try and do something else. Okay, so we started this round with $322, and let's just think about what we can do. So these yellow balloons are a little bit too fast for our guy, so I was thinking of doing something like, again, another cheap and super pierce tower. Is that even a thing? A super pierce tower? Yeah, it is now. So I was thinking of getting the wall of fire, but we need to get the bomb pad because everything is camo. So this is gonna be like what, 800, 250. It's like 1050, I mean, give or take. Whenever we hit $600 in total, I'm gonna sell both of these guys, and I'm going to buy a wall of fire wizard. And I think it's fine to do it now, so let's sell them both immediately. Do it like that, and yeah, the money was kind of right. Oh no, I messed up. You know what I should have done? I should have had him on the left side. So if you have the wall of fire like over here in this spot, it's gonna affect all 3 tracks. Oh no. Okay, so that might be a mistake. I mean, we kind of beat this round to be honest, but you know what? Is this gonna do fine versus the pink balloons? Because these guys are super fast, I know. So $888 and a 022 wizard is what we had before starting this one. So let's see how this is gonna do. So it's basically, you know what? It's dealing with the pink balloons, but the problem that it has, it's just that it's not 100% uptime, and when the downtime hits, these balloons just go past it. Oh yeah, this guy seems to actually be dealing with them. So yeah, the problem is just the downtime with him and the placement. Honestly, if I just had, oh my god, I was kind of rushing, so I didn't think about that in the moment. But you know what? If I just had this guy towards the left side, it would have been so, it would not have been this many leaks. I mean, we beat the round. You know what? You don't want to be leaking, not just because of the lies thing. We don't exactly care about the lies, but we don't want to be leaking because this is just precious money that we're letting go. But that's gonna be fine. You know, we beat the pinks. 24 lives left and 2.3k. So it's $2,359, and let's send in these guys. Let's send in the black balloons to see how this guy's gonna do. So I feel like he might lose to this one. And are we buying this? Are we getting the Giant's Breath? Let's just see how the wall fire by itself does, and then we're gonna, oh no, we have to buy it. Okay, so let's just buy this thing. Is he gonna be able to defend? Oh yeah, look at that attack go. Yeah, this is so much better actually, but well, there's a little bit of an issue because we're gonna deal with this round 24 lives, and it's $2,866. That's good, but the problem is that we have, well, purples incoming, and this guy doesn't do anything versus purples. So here's what I was thinking: we kind of need to start thinking about these other balloons incoming. So maybe something for the zebras, also some lead popping power. And I was thinking of, you know what? Let me just get this thing, get it as a 301 sub to reveal. And I was thinking of buying. Can we afford them? Yeah, this guy, and then the, oh, we cannot buy the bomb path. Okay, so I was thinking of getting just this guy, like the 42 boomerang. I think this is gonna be good. Okay, so he absolutely keeps them in place, but you know what I want to do? I want to get this thing to the airbursts because the reveal is not as fast. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. That's a good tower. Okay, so finally we're getting the good towers going. I like this. Finally. And he's absolutely going to be able to defend this round. And honestly, you know what? He's probably even going to be able to defend the white balloons as well. So let me just send them in. $2,393 before we started this. So let's just, I mean, I don't think we needed to remember that one just because he's going to, yeah, he's just going to wipe them. But it's good. It's good that we're saving a little bit of money because keep in mind, in just a few rounds, it's like 4 more rounds, we're going to be dealing with 345 MOAB class balloons. So just MOABs. Yeah, that should be interesting. And they're going to be around 81 MOABs, so they're going to give a lot less cash. Okay, so that was the white balloons. Let's see how this thing does versus the zebras. Should I be buffing it? You know what? Maybe I'm just going to give it like an alchemist. Let's just not risk it. Let's just give it like a 300. I don't want to spend too much money on this thing, but at the same time I don't want to risk it either, so just play like this. I mean, it's dealing with it. This Alex spot is not exactly the best because it's buffing the sub a little bit, but it's fine. At least the Berserker Brew is only being focused on this guy. Okay, so those are the zebras, $10,558, and you know what? We have lead popping power from the Red Hot ranks plus the Alchemist, so I think that we are going to be able to deal with this round without any issues. Yeah, that was a super easy round for this one. I mean, I know that it's lead balloons, but it feels like the leads were a little bit easier. So this order with the zebras and the leads, I mean, you know what? We'll take it. We're just making money, and that's the most important thing. We have $17,000, and is the rainbows incoming? So let's see how this thing does versus the rainbows. It's a little bit more difficult, and you can absolutely see that some of these balloons are making it towards the right side, which probably means that we're gonna have to do something for the next one. So after we're done with this one, I'm just gonna immediately send the ceramics. These are fortified ceramics, by the way. Oh, nope. Let me just, nope. I almost made a mistake. So we need to set this round to 81 because we want to reduce the cash per pop. So let's do that. And now we're gonna send in these ceramics. So we have 31,000, which is, I guess we can buy this thing, but you know what? I don't want to buy this guy. I really don't like the Claymore. I feel like the tower is in a bad spot right now. So maybe I do, you know what? Let me just buff this guy. And after the village, we have $28,243. So let me just send these 300. Let's see how this guy does versus 300. And these are super ceramics. So these are not your normal ceramics. Oh yeah, it looks like he is, yeah, he's absolutely struggling. I need to fix this as soon as possible. So let me buy one more. Get the Alchemist to 420 quickly. And is this doing better? You know what? I'm actually going to give it camo through this, and I'm going to sell this up just because we don't need it anymore. And let's see. Look at those bounces. Look at those glaze go all over the map. Are they dealing with this? I feel like they are. I feel like the fact that I bought the second one helped us a lot. And this is the point, guys. This is the moment at which things are going to start becoming interesting. So let's send in these guys. You know what? Like, what's the tower that we're buying for $26,000 that's going to be able to deal with, I guess, the MOABs, but we have to start thinking about the BFBs as well. I don't know. I'm going to get this guy. I don't want to be buying this, but I'm just going to get it because we got, I know, I think I forced myself into the situation of buying this tower because, I mean, it was a good tower for these ceramics and the rainbows and everything before that, but I don't know. I think that, you know what, it's gonna deal with these guys, but I'm not sure if it's gonna deal with the BFBs and everything later on, so we're gonna have to ditch this thing as soon as possible. Okay, so those mods were super easy, but let's see how it does versus 300 BFBs. You know how this is gonna look like when you, I don't know if you guys, if this happened to you, but when your computer starts glitching and then like one of these windows you start dragging it along. I mean, this is like an old time issue that I don't think happens anymore, but that's how this thing looks like. So let's see if this Glayvolt is even dealing with these guys. I don't think it is actually, is it? Okay, so we might have ran into our first actual problem. So these, you know what? I mean, yeah, the Pierce is getting overloaded, but I feel like when these BFBs on the left side, when they pass and they go on the top side, it might get a little bit easier for him. Let's see. Oh, the game is lagging. There's so many balloons on screen. Oh, we sent in 300 BFBs and we're just starting, guys. It's the BFBs, then the ZOMGs, and then eventually the BADs. It's gonna be 45 BADs. It's gonna get insane. So is this guy defending? I hope he is, guys. I hope he is. He's got a little bit of health from his buddy, but oh no, they're actually not defending. Oh my god, that's so surprising actually. Okay, so $23,869 was the amount of money that we had before starting this, and let me, you know what? Am I selling this guy? Here's what I was thinking. I was thinking of doing this actually. Just get like even like a 004 Shattering Shells. This guy is going to remove the regrowth of, did I say the regrowth? I meant he's going to remove the fortified state of all of these guys. And hopefully this is going to be enough. I mean, it's still going to be a bunch of MOABs, like 4 times more MOABs released in comparison to the last round. But I feel like just because they're not going to be fortified, it's going to be at least a little bit more manageable. Though this guy still sucks and his Pierce is still low. So let me... am I buying a favorite trades boat to kind of sell all of these guys? I think I am actually. Oh no, I don't want to buy it now. Okay, so let's just sell this guy. I don't think that the money is going to be that much of an issue, it looks like, because we're at $50,000. But I do want to be saving it because, well, even though we did this thing with the Shattering Shells, it does not work on the ZOMGs. So let's see how it does versus this round. I mean, it's going to be the same thing, basically. A huge wave of ceramics, but it looks like the Shattering Shells helped out a lot. Oh yeah, this is so much better than last time, I think. Although, I don't want to jinx it. I mean, there's a huge wave of MOABs incoming, but I think it's going to melt all of them, honestly. Yeah, it's doing well. Okay, so we're entering probably the most difficult category of them all, which is the ultra late game. And even though these guys are going to be making us decent amounts of money, I am not sure. Well, this guy's not going to be able to deal with them. Let's just begin with that one. So here's what I was thinking. I was thinking of just selling everything. So do it like this. Do it under a favorite trades boat. And then I'm going to... Do I sell the boat or do I just keep it? I think I'm just going to keep the boat. Here's what I was thinking. These ZOMGs are way too strong. So I wanted to do this one. Actually, so we can absolutely afford this thing. So instead of popping every single one of them, I was thinking of just making every single one of them disappear, you know, just like instantly clapping them using the trap. You know what, let me get a support Chinook. Let me get a support Chinook and move this guy. Let's move the trap for, so it still works. Let me get another Saba going, and I want to Chinook the NG so that we can move the trap. Let me just slow everything down. Using our Sabo, and I wanted to do that just so we can do that. And you know what? Maybe I should switch this trap to like a 205 because that jumps traps a lot faster. Yeah, I'm going to do exactly that. So do it like this. Use the Sabo. And I'm going to, you know what? I'm just going to buy a couple more boomerangs. So hopefully this is enough. Let me give some attack speed to this guy. Okay, so I've been sitting here for like at least solid 2 or 3 minutes and just collecting these traps, and we have our first problem, which is that these guys starting to pump. So I need to get the BMA, guys, as soon as possible. That was a mistake, but that's fine. We need to get the BMA. I know it's going to lose us money, but we just have to start dealing with these guys because the Pierce is going to start getting overloaded. I'm actually even going to get an overclock with this guy. So we're losing a lot of money by him doing that, but I'm actually completely fine with that one, I'm going to be honest, because we have like $500,000 that we have to defeat, was it the 45 bats? I mean, we have some DDTs incoming, and hold Hold up, how many balloons are there? But it's like a never-ending stream of balloons. They just keep coming out. What is happening? I think that's probably no. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's the end of them. Yes, nice. Okay, good job. So we defeated, what was that? That was the 300 ZOMGs. Okay, so we're gonna get a bunch of DDTs. These guys are gonna be fast. Do I want to get rid of these guys? Probably not. I mean, I could probably ditch one of these guys so that I can place this thing. So I want to do this. I want to get the mat. Then just send in these guys. I don't expect the DDTs to be much of an issue. So maybe do it like this. And oh, we don't have any. Oh my god, we don't have any. Let me get this thing. Let me get this. Does it have camo? No, it doesn't. We don't have any ceramic pop power. Is the solver going to be enough? I think it is. Let me use the mat ability. Let's just micro it like this towards the bottom. And I think this should be, yeah, so basically we don't have any ceramic popping power, but it looks like we're gonna be fine versus this one. So one more challenge, and that is, let me lock this guy in place, and that is gonna be 300 fortified BADs with $400,000, and basically it's some of the towers that we have. Let's do it like this. So how do we want to have the temple? I guess we can sacrifice. Where are we going to be sacrificing? We have it here. We're going to have this thing, which is going to be from the support ones, which is over 50k, I'm pretty sure. There we go. So let's get the temple. This is going to be $85,000. I think that this thing yoinked a little bit more of the towers. So, okay, that's fine. So let's get the range in this thing. And then what are we buying for $160,000? I mean, I don't know, maybe like a Ray of Doom. I think I mentioned it before, but maybe like a Ray of Doom, honestly. Wait, why is this so cheap? Oh, it's support temple. Okay, so we have, oh my god, that's so much money left over. Okay, we can buy something else. Maybe get, you know what, maybe get the village to like homeland. And that is $50,000. What are we buying for 50k? You know what, I should probably get one of these guys to like super glue just because we can, and that's about it. Yeah, that's fine. I think we need to spend all of this money. So 33k is not a lot of money, and there's not that many good towers left over. So I feel like this is it, guys. 345 BADs versus the setup that we have. Basically the sandbox mode challenge. Is this even possible? This is gonna look so crazy when these guys come out. Oh my god, this is gonna get so laggy really quick. Okay, so let's use the homeland ability, let's use the mat ability, and just hope for the best, guys. Am I even using, you know what, I'm just gonna use the sample. Look at the amount of money, by the way. Look at how much money we're making, but that's relevant. That's relevant. Let me use the ultra boost on this thing, on the temple. You know, I think we're doing a good job, actually. I mean, I should get an energize up for the cooldowns, but I think we're doing a good job, actually. I think we are. Okay, so we're coming back. Let me use this again and this, and then I'm going to ultra boost the temple again. I feel like this temple is doing a lot of damage. Let me use the sample one more time. Look at these. Oh my god, there's so many balloons. What is even happening? The sandbox challenge, guys. What is even happening? How did we get to this point? I think we have it though. Okay, so all of the bad layers seem to have been popped, it looks like. Let me use the Sabo, and it looks like, I mean, it's a huge mess, but they're being kept in this area just because of all these slow towers that we have. Oh my god, what a mess this is. So I don't think that these balloons are gonna move past this point, because I think the hardest part is over, just the bad layer, but there's just so many of them stacked in one spot. Let me move the Ray of Doom. I completely forgot about this guy, by the way. Let's have this thing on first. Can I even move it? Is this gonna be in time? No, it's not. Well, I guess I moved it at the last second. There is the sandbox challenge. Wow, that was really fun. I think we should do this on a more difficult map, though. This was kind of a trial run, but that was super fun. And I think that we can absolutely do this, maybe with some other modifiers, like maybe send in like 400 balloons instead of 300. Maybe do it on like another difficulty, because this was easy. Or just do it on a more difficult map. But that was a very fun first trial run of the sandbox mode. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one.